Hello and welcome to this video of the Ref Crew Signal School, where we're going to show you how to do the signal for a technical foul. Now, depending on which referee you ask, this is one of the most popular signals that some referees like to do. Now, if you look in the textbook or the signal chart, the signal for a technical foul looks a little bit something like this, like a T shape. And the reason for it is because technical foul starts with a T, and so we make a T shape with our hand. Now, there's some different variations for this signal. Some referees like to do some different T shapes with their hands, which is perfectly acceptable, as long as your T shape is indicative of a technical foul. So, the textbook shows just a T shape, two flat hands like this. And you want to make sure your top hand is pretty flat and level with your chest height. So like this. Doo-doo, technical foul. Just like this. And this is a foul, however, most officials will stop the clock with an open hand for this, just because it's an atypical situation. So, doo-doo, technical foul. Like this. Now, to show you some variations, you can also have a technical foul signal like these. This next one is the one I personally prefer to do. I keep an open hand on the top, and I do one finger on the bottom. Doo-doo, technical foul. Just like this. Some officials, they even do two fingers put together. Doo-doo, technical foul. Like this. I've even seen some officials do one finger, so doo-doo, technical foul. Now, if you use two fingers or one finger, you need to make sure that you line them up correctly, because you don't want to do like this. Doo-doo, technical foul. And just miss your finger making the T shape. So if you do this, you need to do it a lot slower if you're using two or one finger. Doo-doo, technical foul. And you have to make sure your fingers line up so that it looks like a proper T signal. Now, whenever you give a technical foul signal, you don't want to be too emphatic. A technical foul is just another play in the game, so you don't want to show a lot of emotion when you're giving the signal. Even though it might be an emotional play or an emotional call for a lot of officials, you still want to keep your composure and your poise when you call this foul. So you don't want to do a Florida Gator chop, doo-doo, technical foul, and explode and ricochet your hand off of the other hand. Instead, you want to just stay calm, report it, and signal it just like any other foul. Doo-doo, technical foul. Just like this. A lot of times too, if you're giving a technical foul, you are going to point after you give the foul to indicate who you are giving to. So maybe like this. Doo-doo, technical foul. And then point at the player or the coach. However, when you point, you don't want to make it a disrespectful point. So I'm not going to give a technical foul to a coach. Doo-doo, technical foul on you, and point right in their face. That's very rude and disrespectful. Even though they might deserve it sometimes, we need to keep our professionalism and composure as officials. Doo-doo, technical foul, right here. Now, whenever you report this foul, you're going to report it to the table in the same manner that you report a common foul. And so it might look a little bit something like this. Technical foul, Coach, Greene County. Or technical foul, Blue Coach. Technical foul, White, 2. Whenever you report this at the table, you need to be cognizant of the word choice that you use, because sometimes you might accidentally report like this. Technical foul, Black Coach. And although we know, and the coaches also know, that you're not talking about skin color, it can come off the wrong way if you say this. So, doo-doo, Black Coach, technical foul. You need to try to instead say the team name or reverse your word order. So, technical foul, Coach for Banks County. Or technical foul, Coach for Black. If you reverse your word order like this, then it can come off not as confusing to some people. Even though everybody knows what your intentions are, you just want to protect yourself whenever you do that. So these are some basic tips for giving a technical foul. Remember, the most important tip is you want to keep your composure and your poise. This is just another foul in the game. There's no reason to treat it any differently as such whenever you are giving your signals.